Have you ever wondered why India's rulers and borders changed so often? Or what made this land so attractive to invaders? In this chapter, we step into India's medieval period, roughly the 11th to the 17th centuries, a time of big changes, foreign invasions, and powerful new dynasties. The word medieval originally comes from European history, but in India, historians use it a bit differently and don't always agree on exact dates. What we do agree on is this: rulers from Central Asia, Turks and Afghans, kept entering the subcontinent, chasing wealth, territory, or the spread of their beliefs. Wars and alliances kept redrawing India's political map. As we travel through this story, you may see different spellings for the same rulers or dynasties, like Khilji and Khalji, or Mughal and Mughal. And remember, even during conflict, Indian society adapted, absorbed, and created, becoming a rich, dynamic mix of ideas. The Delhi Sultanate is usually traced to 1192, after the defeat of Prithviraj Chauhan in northwestern India. Over time, 5 Turkic-Afghan dynasties ruled from Delhi: the Mamluks, or slave dynasty, the Khiljis, the Tughlaqs, the Saids, and the Lothis. The Sultanate dominated much of the north, but powerful kingdoms in the south and east, like the Eastern Gangas and the Hoysalas, resisted and continued to develop their own cultures, administrations, and art. This era was turbulent. Frequent wars, heavy raids, and plunder of towns, villages, temples, and centers of learning fed the Sultanate's treasury and armies. Political power was unstable. Nearly 2/3 of the sultans came to power by killing a predecessor, so reigns tended to be short, about 9 years on average. Alauddin Khilji stands out for large military campaigns across northern and central India and for successfully repelling Mongol invasions. His coinage signaled imperial power, and his famous general Malik Kafur led deep raids into the south, reaching Srirangam, Madurai, Chidambaram, and possibly Rameswaram. The wealth from these campaigns supported a formidable army. Muhammad bin Tughlaq briefly controlled the largest empire since the Mauryas. His bold experiments, however, failed. He shifted the capital from Delhi to Daulatabad to improve control, forcing people to march more than 1,000 kilometers, then shifted it back. He also introduced token currency, declaring copper equal to silver and gold. Counterfeiting exploded and trade suffered. While sultans and elites lived in luxury, palaces, fine clothes, jewelry, their wealth often came from conquest, heavy taxation, and the slave trade. Enslaved people were used as unpaid labor or sold to Central Asia. Attacks on Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain temples were driven by both loot and iconoclasm. Some rulers levied the jizya tax on non-Muslims, adding economic burden and social humiliation, which sometimes pushed people toward conversion. In the late 14th century, Timur, a Turkic-Mongol invader, stormed into North India, devastated Delhi with mass killings, enslavement, and plunder, and left behind chaos. The Lothis emerged later as the last Delhi Sultanate rulers, but growing resistance all around limited their control. So this was all about the rise and fall of the Delhi Sultanate. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures, and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for Class 8. Thank you.